Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you so much for our time together. I'm looking so forward this Friday to sitting down and spending time teaching the young people in our Harvest Youth Conference, and then Cutlass will be doing the whole weekend. Young people, I'm going to talk to you about why you shouldn't participate in free sex. I started on this a little bit last weekend when I taught you how sexual immorality is what ruins a nation, and it is the thing that caused all the other nations to be thrown out of the land and the people of Israel given the land. I showed you all that last weekend. So we're going to get into sexual immorality and why not free sex, and we're going to have fun with that next Friday during the day in the Harvest Youth Conference. But let me talk to you today a little bit about grace. Sometimes we think that grace is just a beautiful thing that brings blessing to our lives, and we forget that grace is also a teacher. Titus chapter 2, beginning with verse 11. For the grace of God that brings salvation has appeared to all men. It teaches us, grace teaches us. It teaches us to say no to ungodliness and worldly passions and to live self-controlled, upright, and godly lives in this present age. Wow. Can I say that again? It teaches us to say no to ungodliness and worldly passions and to live self-controlled, upright, and godly lives in this present age. There's some false teaching that has become quite popular going around the world today that basically says this: it doesn't matter how you live, the grace of God covers it all. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how you used to live, the grace of God took care of all that. But it does matter how you live now. Right now, grace is a teacher in your life. And grace does not excuse you to go and do whatever you want. Grace teaches you. Grace instructs you to say no to sin. Grace teaches you to live upright, self-controlled, and godly lives in this present age. So I want to challenge you today. Don't look around and think, wow, I've got a get out of jail free card. The grace of God means I'm not held accountable for anything I do. I can do whatever I want. No. That's not the grace of God. The grace of God takes care of our past, but it teaches us in our present to say no to sin. It teaches us in our present to make decisions of purity and righteousness and godliness and self-control in this life. So let's listen to this little teacher called grace in our life, and let's live right in Jesus' name.